What's up, home skillet? WTF continues this week. We are looking at a cheese like we do once a month. It's sort of part of our WTC What's This Cheese series. And today we're going to look at one of the stinkiest cheeses around, blue cheese. Today's sponsor and the sponsor of our What's This Cheese series is Formaticum. You can learn more about Formaticum at formaticum.com. Formaticum produces a paper that is specially designed to wrap over cheese to help it last longer in your refrigerator. Cheese, like a human, needs to breathe, usually, and if you don't let your cheese breathe, it gets kind of funky. Although some cheeses are funky, but then they get extra funky or not funky enough and they're not good. The point is, you need to let your cheese breathe, and the Formaticum paper allows you to do so. So go to their website at formaticum.com, get your hands on some of their paper, and wrap up your cheese next time you buy some and stick it in your fridge. Alrighty, so today we're talking about blue cheese, which is spelled like this or like this. And basically, blue cheese is a family of cheeses, and the thing that they all have in common is that they are injected with a mold called penicillium. When the mold is injected and the cheese gets to age, it causes these blue, eerie, creepy veins to appear all throughout the cheese, and it gives it a very distinct taste, which is sometimes a little bit on the funky side, as well as a slightly funky smell. Like many cheeses and fermented and molded products, it's believed that blue cheese was discovered by accident. People were storing their dairy inside of a cave, the right bacteria came in contact, they did a little tango, and blue cheese was born. In the family of cheeses, there are a few heavy hitters. One that a lot of people know of is a cheese called Gorgonzola. It's believed that Gorgonzola came into fruition around 879 AD. Another variety is Roquefort, which came around about 1070 AD, and the newest one in the 18th century is a cheese called Stilton. When blue cheese is made, some spores of this bacteria are introduced to the curds either before they are curdled or after they're curdled, and then it gets molded and it gets to age for a while in a temperature-controlled environment, usually something like a cave. Now, the type of spore when it's introduced and the temperature at which it is aged all affects the final product, making it more tangy or a little bit more sweet or more salty. Now, all blue cheeses are kind of funky. They generally have a little bit of like a sort of a Funko flavor to them, and you will or will not love it immediately, but I suggest that if you don't love it immediately, that you try it once or twice, try different varietals of blue cheese because they're all different, and maybe you'll find one that agrees with your palate. Now today we are going to use blue cheese to make one of the king of dressings, which is a blue cheese dressing, which is the primary garnish and cloak that should be placed over one of the best finger foods in the world, buffalo wings. First, I'm going to show you how I made some chicken wings. Shout out to J. Kenji Lopez, author of Series Seats, for an adaptation to his recipe. Toss some chicken wings with a tablespoon of salt and a tablespoon of baking powder. Lay them out on a cooling rack and refrigerate for 24 hours. Now pop them into a preheated oven at 450 degrees for about 20 minutes. Halfway through, you're going to flip them and cook them for another 15 minutes. Meanwhile, we'll make our blue cheese dressing. In a bowl, mix together 2½ ounces of blue cheese with 3 tablespoons of buttermilk and mash it together with a fork until it is combined. Now add 4 tablespoons of sour cream, 3 tablespoons of mayo, 2 teaspoons of white vinegar, 1/4 of a teaspoon of sugar, 1/8 of a teaspoon of garlic powder, and combine them together. You can add some pepper and salt to taste. While the chicken wings are cooling, make your buffalo wing sauce by mixing 2 chopped up garlic cloves with 4 tablespoons of melted butter and a whole heck of a lot of your favorite type of hot sauce. Naturally, I am using Crystal. Toss the wings in the hot sauce mixture, serve it with some of your blue cheese dressing, and of course, some celery on the side. Tune in next week for another What's This Food. Check out our sponsor, formaticum.com. And if you have something you want me to cover, you can post it in the comments below or drop me an email, hello@danieldelaney.com. I will see you next week.